Hey guys, hope everybody's going extremely well. Welcome back to another David Tech Community Meetup. We're here live inside a Discord with the community, answering questions and talking a bit about strategies. I am joined by the wonderful Vlad, who takes care of everything from these strategies to finding the new AIs. I mean, this man is working hard. How are you going, Vlad?
All good. Thank you very much for having me. Hello, everybody. Vlad here. Today we have lots of subjects to talk about.
That sounded very AI-ish, Vlad. You kind of
Yeah,
almost are an AI agent. We've also got
you might
William.
never
William's
know. Who
hiding
am I?
away. Yeah.
I mean, nowadays with the Sedans and every other models that have been released,
It's
wow.
madness. You never know what's real and what isn't. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was watching something on the I think it was robots. We were talking about it earlier, and the dancing robots and how far they've come. And you don't know if it's true or AI generated or anything. It's incredible,
For
incredible
me, the
stuff.
biggest thing was, are you a Lord of the Rings fan? By any
Yeah,
means?
I have watched. Yes, yeah.
Okay, so imagine like at the very beginning, Frodo and Sam were talking like, okay, so how do you get to the mountain? Let's use the griffin, the huge bird
Yep.
lookalikes.
Yeah.
They just travel there, drop the ring in the volcano, and that's it. There you go, in the end of the movie. And it's 100% like in the movie, like everything,
I
the
haven't seen it.
graphics, the
Send it to me,
sky,
man.
the
Send it to me.
mountains, the volcano, everything. Everything is one to one.
Incredible.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's incredible. It is crazy. Totally crazy. Just going to say hi to Will. Will is also hidden. William's hidden away down in the background there. I can see you there, Will. How you going, mate? Nice to see you. He's waving, guys. He's waving. I'm doing sort of a translation for everybody. He is waving. He's here with us to help with anything to do with trigger trade. Got Mel in the chat. We've got lots of people in the chat. We've got D, La Belle and Bleu, Operator, TR Romeo. And just before we got in, we were talking to AlgoBot about his algorithm that he's putting together, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully sometime this week, we'll all be able to get a view of that as well. Before I go any further, guys, we're going to do a quick disclaimer. As always, we're not in the slightest financial advisors. We're here just geeking out on code, testing AI, testing TradingView strategies, and things like that to try and find our own best setups and settings for TradingView strategies. We do make them available, but they are not in the slightest financial advice. So there's no guarantee in the slightest of future profit. Please do your own due diligence. And yeah, that's about it for that. Guys, also, there's a lot of fake Davids out there. I will never, ever ask you for any crypto or anything by DM. The only way to get access is either through Patreon or through the website. And this is also being recorded. This bit's for Discord. Everybody's more than welcome to interrupt at any time. This is a community chat. If you have any questions about David Tech, about algo trading, please jump in at any time. It's more the merrier. I love talking to you guys. So please jump in at any time and ask any questions. We're here for that. But do remember, we are being recorded on YouTube. And if you don't want your voice recorded, please let me know. And I will just turn down the volume on YouTube. Today's agenda, it is the 17th of February. We are in today for an elite backtesters. So this is where Vlad goes through the best settings that he's received during the week, if I remember rightly. Is that right?
No.
During the week from the elite backtesters of our group. So we're a group of guys working to try and find the best settings for TradingView strategies, and we kind of put together what we call a pot where we try and find the best settings and then reward the best settings with access and things like that to better settings and things like that. We're all working together. We have some indicator fun with Yuli. Yuli, I haven't said hello to you. How you going, mate? I'm going to turn up the volume very quickly so we can
Hi,
hear
David. Thank you.
How you going,
I'm
mate?
doing well.
Good to hear.
Well.
Good to hear.
Excited for today.
Good to hear. Good to hear. We have a good indicator today. Hopefully, yes. Ready to go?
Yes.
I completely screwed that sentence up. Yeah, cool. Good. And like I said earlier, we've also got Claude 4.6 has just released, and I thought I'd just jump in and show you guys. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a bug before going, but I have been able to play around with this new 4.6 Sonnet, which looks pretty exciting, as you can see on my screen at the moment. And no, you can't because I forgot to share it. Let me go over here and share the entire screen once again. So 4.6? Yes, Sonnet has just been released, and I've been giving it access to my TradingView account through an MCP server that I built, and have allowed it to optimize a trading strategy. So I thought maybe at the end what we could do is we can try and build some strategies together. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a bug on the back test. It does only do, I think it's 100 bars, and it doesn't work perfectly. But I will have this fixed for next week or our next stream, because I do think that it is pretty insane. Yes,
I might
sir.
know what's the reason of that.
Yeah.
Is whenever you open up TradingView for the first time without browsing the previous chart data, like pretty much dragging your mouse around the
Yes.
data, it just limits yourself through the whatever you're seeing. So you must
Yes.
first just browse through the beginning, either the start of the data or the limitation of your subscription. And then, of course, you're going to unlock everything as much as possible. That's something when you try to also download the data as well. I've encountered that as well.
Okay, yeah. So this one, it definitely has a kind of a bug. But I think it's going to be extremely powerful. I'm going to work out a way of giving this access to everybody so that you can connect your own trading views to it, and you'll be able to build any strategy using Claude and backtest, and not only backtest, it optimizes as well. So pretty cool. Looking forward to that actually working 100%. So, guys, I think the best thing to do is start off with Vlad or Yuli. Which one, Vlad? With yourself? Good.
Yuli, would you like to go
it?
first? Are you prepared?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Okay. So we're going to start off with the indicator, guys, with our wonderful teacher from David Tech. I'm going to start streaming Discord over so you can share your screen, mate.
Yes, please tell me if you can see it.
2 seconds. Watch stream. There we go. Yeah. Yes, I can.
Okay, good, perfect. So before we dive in, we were discussing about our plans for the near future, and we were thinking that would be more interesting and more impactful to have like one indicator per week, and for the other day I will make like a plain strategy out of that indicator, and see the result and compare, of course, with Vlad and David work on their strategies. So I think it will be interesting to see this kind of let's say competition, and also to maybe better see the gaps of the indicator. I mean, I will just make a plain strategy out of it, and we can easily see where it gaps. So maybe that way it will be better to use other indicators, or we can understand better how to combine it into a powerful strategy. So yeah, just keep that in mind. In other words, for today, we have a very interesting indicator that combines the concept of digital signal processing, I think you already heard about, and another concept of phase locked loop. It's an engineering method for analyzing signals. So the core idea of this indicator is a digital signal processing, or DSP, engine that synchronizes trading signals with the dominant market cycle. It uses a phase-locked loop, or PLL, and Hilbert transform physics to isolate the heartbeat of price action, filtering out high-frequency noise and detecting the exact moment of cycle inversion. This indicator basically breaks down the market movement into three main components. We have the period, the dominant cycle, the estimated length in bars, of course, of the current market wave. Then we go with the phase, the position in this wave, where price currently sits relative to a 360 grades cycle. So you can have a peak versus true. And also the signal to noise ratio, a zero crossing rate analysis that identifies if the cycle is clean or just too noisy to trade. So the objective is to identify cycle peaks and trend reversals by answering a fundamental question. Is the current price oscillation part of a stable, synchronized market cycle, or is the signal distorted by excessive noise and frequency drift? To implement this, the system processes market data through a specialized DSP pipeline, a digital signal processing algorithm pipeline. So firstly, of course, we have the pre-smoothing. We apply a weighted average to eliminate micro volatility before the physics engine processes the data. Then we go with the Hilbert transform to extract the in-phase and quadrature components of the price to determine the instantaneous phase. And of course, here comes the phase locked loop synchronization that tracks the frequency drift, ensuring the period estimate stays locked to the price, even as the market speeds up or slows down. And in the end, we have the zero crossing rate noise that measures the zero crossing rate of the second derivative of price. So it's the acceleration of that movement. If the rate is too high, the market is flagged as noise regime and signals are suppressed. And as you already used to, we have the regime classification. So it's like a state space trigger that generates synchronized signals when the oscillator crosses a threshold. We will have like an overbought or oversold only if the noise profile is clean. So regarding the technical implementation, we have the Hilbert transform or the phase detector, if you want. This one is used to shift the price signal by 90 degrees, creating a complex representation of the market wave. It separates the price into two components. We have the in-phase, the original signal, and the quadrature, the 90 degrees shifted signal. Then the phase angle is calculated using the arctangent of these two components, which allows us to know exactly where we are in the cycle, at a peak, true, or just a midpoint, even if the trend is moving. The second important component of this algorithm is the phase locked loop, or the synchronizer, if you want to. Basically, it's a control system that ensures the internal clock, to say so, of the indicator that matches the market clock. So it will calculate the phase error between the expected position of the wave and its actual position. Then the system updates the current period using a feedback loop. So we have this the new T, it's equal with the old one, with the previous value, plus gain multiplied by the phase error. This prevents the indicator from lagging. So if the market cycle speeds up, for example, let's say, I don't know, from 20 bar cycle to 15 bar cycle, the PLL locks onto the new frequency automatically. We go next to the zero crossing rate. So it's the noise filter, which acts as a governor that determines if the cycle is clean enough to trade. It analyzes the second derivative, the acceleration of the price. Basically, it will count how many times the signal crosses the zero line over a specific window. And the classification and signal logic will have the synchronized regime if the ZCR is below the ceiling, and the PLL is locked to the cycle frequency, and the system is authorized to look for entries. Otherwise, we consider that we have a noise regime if the calculated ZCR is greater than the ceiling. The market is flagged as noise regime. And of course, just to make an idea of how this indicator will look, we have our synchronizer oscillator. It's a smooth orange line oscillating between +1, which is the peak, and -1 true. There are also two static thresholds, solid gray horizontal lines at ± 0.85 that signals us overbought or oversold. Of course, you can find them as inputs, so you can modify those thresholds. Then we go with the noise filter, which is the vertical orange shading appears whenever the zero crossing rate exceeds the noise ceiling. Also, a gray histogram at the bottom of the pane is visible for the real-time noise levels. And for that, you will find a line also that helps you to modify the threshold so that you have more entries, maybe with a noisy regime, of course, or you can lower it to have just few signals or fewer signals, but with a clean trend, to say so. We have the signal shapes. So as an action layer, we can see the teal and red triangle, so buy sell signals, which means that the oscillator is crossing up from the bottom or crossing down from the top. And also as an information or better visualization of the results that you get out of this algorithm, we implemented this DSP table, which consists of the estimated period, which shows the current length of the market cycle in bars. We can have the ZCR noise, so the current momentum flip rate in percentage, which is also color coded. So it's green if stable and red if noisy. And of course the regime, so we have the cyclic, stable or blocked if you want, or entropy, chaotic, searching, noisy, whatever. So based on this information, you can easily take actions in real time. So yeah, that's the indicator for today. By tomorrow, I will try to implement it as a plain strategy. So just based on this indicator, we'll take some long and shorts on the buy and sell signals and see the results. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it, Yuli. Cool indicator. Another great one. Good
Yes,
work. Good
yes.
work.
Very interesting. Thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So, guys, a bit of a change from what we were doing before, because having like 3 or 4 indicators every week was getting a bit it's not hard to handle for our AI bots, but as humans, it was getting a bit hard for us to follow. So, and we want to produce something a bit more quality once per week instead of just trying to throw stuff at the wall to see whether it sticks as such. So Yuli's what he's doing is he's going to take it away, like he said, and build his own strategy using that indicator to see how it works and whether it works by itself. And then we'll add it to the boilerplate and improve by adding different indicators and different confluence throughout the week. So yeah, great indicator. Looking forward to seeing how it works on back testing results, Yuli. Thank you, the teacher.
Thank you all.
No thanks to you, mate. Okay, guys, so this is where we do give over to Vlad, who's now going to do the elite backtesters. I'm sure that's what a lot of you are waiting for, to see some of the amazing backtesting results from the community. Vlad, mate, it's over to you.
Okay. First of all, congratulations, Yuli. Seems like a
Yes.
very potential indicator. Let me just get my share screens in order. Okay, this one. So over Discord, you should be seeing it. And over StreamYard. This one. All right, all good. So another week, another edit backtester session. Jumping straight, we do have a setup on. We have about 10 or so setup, 10 to 12 setups for today. We do have a setup on ErgoFlex, which looks pretty good in my opinion. Maybe could have been a little bit more trades, but overall still looks quite amazing if you ask me. The time frame would be on 51 minutes. The coin would be INA on the strategy ErgoFlex, the performance of over 4,800% profit. We do have here the performance over the past months, on which it's pretty much looking amazing if you ask me. I mean, the only negative month would be the September 2024. Rather than that, the strategy has been always profitable, which is amazing in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maximum drawdown, just 25%. If you believe that's too much, you can always detune that in the settings and also in the bots portal as well. You do have the leverage right here, the 10x. You can always use a little bit lower, or if you wish to risk a little bit more, but then also achieve some more profits, you can also tune that up a little bit more. Total trades 160. My main rule would be whenever you can see the dots of each unique trade, the trades are a little bit too less of a number. But yeah, I mean, it's still looking very, very good. We do have, let's just say, like about 2 years worth of data. So that's like, I don't know, 720, 30 days overall. So we do have a trade about each 5 or so days. So that's pretty much good. Of course, that's an average. You're going to see periods with a lot of more trades, like for example here, and then some moments of a larger pause, I should say. Win rate currently sits at 61.2% and a profit factor of 1.8 overall. Benchmark-wise, we are, of course, crushing it close to 5,000%, the maximum, currently 4,800 and something percent, rather than the benchmark of being maximum like 34% in the buy to hold, currently being negative 86%. So you would be negative 86% if you would have bought this coin in April 2024 on average. Yeah, that's big ouch. Indeed.
Yeah, what coin is that? ENA. Wow. That hurt.
Yeah, it's a somewhat
Wow.
popular one. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin
Yeah,
dropped.
I don't know
quite
how
a bit in
popular now, being down 86%, but yes.
price. Indeed. Moving next, we do have the APT on 45 minutes chart time frame, and of course the Steve Surge, one of the best strategies within DavidTech so far. We do have the performance of 1,800% profits. Maximum drawdown, it's currently sitting at 24%. I think they changed the order of the maximum drawdown, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it the first one and then the second one? You might want to take a look at the bots, David, to see if everything is okay.
They're fine. They're fine. Yeah, all fine.
Awesome.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I may be delusional, but I think it was the percentage first.
Yeah,
Something
maybe.
looked
Yeah,
weird.
you might be right.
That's why
yeah,
I took like a second pause as well.
Yeah. And I mean, win rate is percentage first, so maybe been a change.
Okay. Total trades, a lot more, 468. So we do have a history of about, again, like 2 years, so 730 days. We do have a trade about each 2 days on average. Of course, it really depends on the activity of the market, on the Bitcoin activity as well. We do have the win rate of 55% and the profit factor 1.38. Also, the equity curve looks pretty good. I mean, there are some periods of sideways, but still overall just goes up. Benchmark-wise, undisputedly better. Let me check something very, very quickly. Sideways. There you go. Excuse me, guys, just for 1 second. Benchmark-wise, okay. Currently, we are still crushing it on buy to hold. Currently, it's at negative 90% on the buy to hold, and so far our strategy sits at 1,800 something percent. Maximum, minimum still looks pretty terrible in comparison to our strategy. Next one, we do have the HLCV6. Wow, I don't think I've seen that in like months. I mean, judging by how fast you were, David, into your reaction, I can definitely tell
and I
you
haven't
as
seen it in a
well.
long while either. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Indeed. I
Looking
don't
good.
think I heard of it in 2025, to be honest. I don't think so. So yeah, amazing work. Should be Soperator. Again, Soperator, one of our golden standard members within our community. Thank you very much for your input, and also everybody else which have submitted for this week and also prior to that. Thank you very much. The David community wouldn't be as it is without you. So back to the strategy, we do have a setup on Ethereum on 1 hour with a performance of over 900% profits, maximum drawdown 22%, total trades 181. We do have the win rate of 50%, very close to, and a profit factor 1.93. Benchmark wise, again, in comparison to the buy and hold, we are 100% crushing it. Actually, we're close to 1000%, but you get the idea. Next, we do have the ADA Cardano on 1 hour. Here we have the TSA speed, which is, again, something you don't see every day. Nowhere near as rare as HLC, but still a very good strategy. That's why the profits as well, 3,700% for Cardano over 1 hour chart time frame. We do have the maximum drawdown of 26%. Total trades, 740. These are a lot of trades right here. We do have the data of about 3 years. So it's like, I don't know, 1,100, 1,200 days. So you do have a trade about each 2 days, which of course really depends on the activity of the market. Win rate currently very close to 50% and a profit factor of 1.36. Benchmark wise, in comparison, comparing the buy to hold with our strategy, again, different leagues. Back again with INA, with this time over TSA speed. We do have the chart time frame of 1 hour, about 2 years again, worth of backtesting available. We do have the performance of over 1,600% profits, maximum drawdown 22%, total trades close to 270, the win rate 57%, very close to 58, and the profit factor of 1.67. Equity curve looks pretty good, a little bit flat right here in this area, but yeah, just leave it a couple of more weeks of incubation, see if you can compare the incubation data with the backtesting data, and then can decide if it's worth going live or not with any of the strategies or bots. Benchmark wise, again, different leagues. Next, we do have Bitcoin on that's 4 hours chart time frame, very close to, without 1 minute. We are doing that just because we don't have any liquidity problems, or at least not so many. In this case, if you trade, for example, Bybit, you wouldn't have any issue. If you're trading maybe like a smaller exchange and maybe some altcoin on like maybe like 15 minutes on like 1 hour, these are like very, very flat time frames. If a lot of people trade at the same time, of course, you're going to encounter some liquidity problems, and then your order might even not get filled, or might get filled at a different price level. So that's why we do have these leaning forward or backward of the time frame. So just we make sure that we don't have any liquidity problems. In regards to the strategy, TradingView doesn't need an introduction, one of the very best strategies as well, next to the stiffness. We do have the performance as well of close to 3,000% in the profits. Maximum drawdown 26%, total trades 131, a little bit less than the minimum expected, in my opinion. Again, you can see the dots of each unique trade. I'm not saying that it should be like a golden standard to have none of these dots available, so it's just a lot of trades within this image. It's just like a standard opinion of mine. The win rate, very close to 60%, and the profit factor 1.8. Benchmark-wise, again, we are doing very, very well. If you compare to the buy and hold, of course, we would still crush it. Next, we have Solana with the TSA speed again, over 2 hour chart time frame. We do have also the performance of the past months, a little bit of like a mixed game. So you cannot see exactly if you should pause within any of the months. The strategy, for example, if December was always in the red, you could argue that it should be a very good idea to pause the strategy in future December. However, so far the strategy looks very good. It has a performance of 6,000% profits, Maximum drawdown 25%, total trades 226. I can still see the dots, but it's completely fine. It's just my opinion. We do have the win rate of 55% and the profit factor of 1.63. Benchmark wise, again, different leagues, different category, super lightweight, super God mode. Next, we do have the chart on Solana again on 1 hour. Here you have the GeoMMA. Another wild card, I suppose. I've seen it in 2025, not in 2026 so far. Of course, the year just started. We are about 1 month and a half in, but still looks very good performance-wise on 180%. Maximum drawdown 25%, total trades 122. The win rate would be 50% and the profit factor of 1.53. Also, there is a note
Been a
from
long time since
Separated
I've seen
Geo.
that one. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while
Yeah.
as well. Also, note from Separated, the GeoMMA gives very few signals, could not use many filters. Of course, the more filters you do apply, you do either increase the profit of the existing trades or you filter some of the bad trades. If you're going to do that, you're going to have even less amount of trades. So the risks of overfitting are even higher. So that's why you should have a great balance between total amount of trades and, of course, the most important, profit. And then, of course, the other statistics like the maximum drawdown, the win rate, the profit factor, and so on, which, in my opinion, and David's as well, the profit factor is one of the most overlooked one. It's very important for an algo trader. Most important factor right there to make sure that
Yes.
you do understand the profit factor advantage.
Yeah, expectancy and also profit factor for me are the two that definitely. Expectancy, unfortunately, you have to go to the David Tech website to be able to see it, but the profit factor on TradingView, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the most important.
True. Benchmark wise, the buy and hold, maybe, of course, it's Solana.
Yes.
Excuse me. Solana had like a better performance, maybe, but it was so sideways. Maybe it was good in like what? 2024 November. So it's up to you guys, because at the moment they're pretty much very similar. At least on 11th of February, they were pretty much on top of each other. Which one would you be more happy with? The equity curve of the buy and hold or the algo trading equity curve? Also, keep in mind that the minimum of this strategy would be negative 3%. And then the minimum of this one would be, the buy and hold would be negative 20%. So we should definitely put some more into either the position size or the leverage in order to achieve the same minimum amount, in order to definitely see the potential of this strategy. I'm not saying that you should do that. You should not play around with the leverage if you don't know exactly how much you're going to risk and if you can afford that risk. Of course, these are just my opinions. Next, we have H-bar on 30-minute chart with the Heikin Ashi CE strategy. We do have a performance of 1,300%, maximum drawdown 20%, total trades 175. We do have the win rate of 53% and the profit factor 1.65. Performance of the past month looks pretty good. I mean, I don't see anything to be paused in the future. Also, benchmark-wise, we are 100% on a different league with our strategy rather than buy-to-hold ratio.
Yeah.
We have another strategy on H-bar, which is pretty similar, but not
Wow.
quite.
Nice
Indeed.
equity gap.
Indeed, very nice. A little bit maybe flat over here, but I'm just nitpicking, of course.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That's fine.
I'll take it as well. Don't get me wrong. Comparing it, of course, with the buy and hold equity, I mean, again, lightweight God mode. I couldn't describe it better. Performance of the past months looks brilliant as well. Currently, it has like a small hiccup, but of course, if we compare it to like January, it will take a lot more for the drawdown in order to achieve the negative performance of January. So overall, we're still in the books with this strategy as well. We do have a performance of 2,800% profits. Would you like to add something, David? Excuse me?
No, I was just in awe of how good it was. How good it looks.
I'll ramble as well the whole day about it. Maximum drawdown 21%, total trades 265. We do have the win rate of 53% and the profit factor 1.7. I'm getting very, very close to the end, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Discord chat. I'm going to check them as soon as I finish with the last two for today. We do have the Solana on a 37 chart time frame with this new smart money, which is a strategy from within the smart money concepts. I should call it
Era. The
era, indeed.
of,
Yeah. I wouldn't like to say bin because that would be horrifying, but it's definitely not bin. I definitely think there is a huge potential in the smart money concepts. It's just not
Yes.
for me. I mean,
No.
I tried to learn it a whole day. For me, I couldn't get over the order blocks. I just understood that, and that's pretty much it. That's the most advanced thing
I
could
spent
understand
6
myself.
months, so I think that there's just so many different setups now.
Indeed.
For smart money, that it makes it rather hard to follow. But I'm not even Vlad. I tried to test one this week, and the back testing results don't look bad. It's just they're no smart money for me just doesn't cut it in comparison to some of the trend following strategies that we have managed to find.
For me, so let's just say each smart money concept guru or from where you actually learn it has this, you shouldn't have taken this trade because of that. Okay, I'll write it on the paper, another rule. Whenever that happens, I won't have that trade. That doesn't happen. All of the rules are set in stone. There you go. I just had this trade and it was a loss. Yeah, well, you should have done it because there was also this. Okay, another rule. Let me write it down. How many are there? No, that's it. Okay, next trade, another loss. Wow, okay, you shouldn't have done that because it was the full moon or whatever in, I don't know, in Nebraska. I don't know. It's just something that came up to my mind. Excuse me to all the people from Nebraska. So that's why. So that's why I think smart money concepts, it's very hard to learn, at least for me. If anybody here would like to learn me and help me build some strategies with the AI that I'm actually trying to reverse engineer, I'm trying to reverse engineer the whole reasoning of all of the popular AIs to turn them into actual Pine script strategies and, of course, indicators. If you wish to hand me over some of your rules, and I'll be more than happy to check them and, of course, try to create some indicator or maybe strategy around it.
Yeah. We enjoyed that. It was good. It was good fun. I mean, it was good fun back testing all of the, but it just really, we didn't find much worth trading.
It was a good laugh. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, it was a good laugh. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, that was about as much. That vector candle seems to have been the best one that we actually found of smart money at their group.
Do they qualify as smart money concept, the vector candles?
Some people call it as smart money. Not really, not as in the ICT sort of, this is an order block, this is a fair value gap, this is market structure, all of that kind of thing. No, they don't. But some people
I would
do
more call them like patterns rather than smart money, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which patterns are different. Patterns could work. I mean, for example, divergences. On manual trading, they do work. You can within algo trading, they might not work, but on manual trading, if I'm going to draw you now or get you within my chart the RSI and go to like 4 hours time frame, I'll definitely show you like huge explosive trades whenever a divergence, the hidden or the other one are actually there. So for manual trading, they are working, definitely. I cannot argue that. But for manual trading, when you do have strict rules, they don't.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. I mean, the ABC patterns work very well with divergences and were fantastic. But trying to get the bot to get in quick enough or whatever just destroyed that strategy, which in execution is all part of any trading strategy. And if it can't be executed fast enough, the rules become void. So Yeah, unfortunately.
If I'm not
But I do,
mistaken, the ABC had a huge drawback just because of the Pine script and TradingView limitations. You can
maybe I
help me
don't
on
know.
that.
I don't know. We did do a pretty good job of coding it for a very long time.
As best as possible,
There's
yeah.
just so many things. When you look at trend lines and things like that, there is so many talented developers out there. Yet there's not that many backtests of trend lines. There's not many backtests that are successful. I mean, really good backtests of these. So you kind of have to sit there thinking, why? Why can't all of these big brains that are much better, bigger brains than me manage to build a decent backtest of these trend lines if they work so well, or ABC patterns, or yes, or divergences? I kind of understand because there's obviously that delay of the number of candles and things like that. But the other ones, I kind of don't understand. For me, currently, the only two real strategies that we've managed to find anything for are trend following and mean reversion. And Vlad has found something funny. He's obviously sent me a message or something. No, no
Oh, no,
answer.
we're
No.
good. We're good. I'll
Oh,
check the
good.
Discord messages.
Okay, cool. But that's personally my my opinion. But just an opinion. I could be completely wrong. What's he laughing at?
No, it's all good.
Oh, good.
I was just very happy with the Yuli message. That's it.
Okay.
So,
oh, good.
back to the
Carry on,
strategies,
sir.
guys. The second last one for today. We do have this one for the new smart money. We do have the performance of 430% in the profits, maximum drawdown 25%, total trades 121. We do have the win rate of 60%, and of course the profit factor of 1.7. Benchmark wise, again, different categories. And the last one for today, we do have one over Solana on a 37 chart time frame with the, of course, again, new smart money strategy, the performance of 1,800% this time. So
eat your hat, David.
Exactly. I mean, it could be something into them. It's just let's not get back to the same conversation. Maybe after we finish the charts, because we could ramble about it the whole evening. So the performance, also maximum drawdown 18%, total trade 76, a little bit low. So there is a little bit of a risk of overfitting for this strategy. However, if you don't incubate it, you might never know. Win rate, however, 72%, looks very good. And the profit factor, even better, close to 3.2.
I'm just going to shut up next time.
Benchmark-wise, different planets. What was it, David? Excuse me?
I said I'm just going to shut up next time. I've just sat there rambling about smart money, and you look at that equity curve, a 72% win rate. Yeah, I'll just be quiet next time.
It definitely needs like a lawyer, the smart money.
Oh, good.
I mean, where is Scopes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Scopes, yeah.
All right. That's pretty much it, guys, with the Edit Backtesters updates for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in with me for this segment. I'm going to leave my mic to David.
Right. Thank you very much, Vlad. Some great setups there. Looking forward to them all being released. As I say that, I'm just going to give it a bit of an update, guys. The website is currently being updated with all of the new strategies. So there is a huge amount of strategies being added. Unfortunately, until I get some kind of OpenClaw bot or something like that to manage to update them and add them to the website, is a bit of a manual process. So it is taking a little bit longer than I expected. Pretty much like every month. I do apologize. I will find a way of getting this to go on, but copying all of those TradingView charts and then copying them over to the website, adding each and every one of them manually does take a heck of a long time. So there will be a huge amount of new strategies on the website in a very short amount of time. I do apologize about the delay, but they will be online as soon as possible. Right, before we go any further and leave you guys to the day, let me go over to share my screen. I need to share my screen. Entire screen. Let's go. We're back over here. Yeah, so as I was saying, I just went through the last update. Will be added to the website as soon as possible. You have my word, I am doing my best to get them onto the website. As for the updates of portfolio, there's nothing really new this week. I did go up to about
I turned on your share screen over.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, mate.
Just so you know.
Yeah, so my portfolio is currently up at 20,300 odd at the moment. It was all the way up at 20,400 from 10K at the beginning of last year, but really hasn't taken that many trades. It went up to, I'm just trying to look at the moment because I forgot to update we're up 20,000. There we go here. I think you can see, maybe, I'm not sure you can see. This is really hard to get it to see. So it says $20,331. It went all the way up to 20,502 over the weekend, yesterday, I think it was. So still a little bit of profit, but a lot slower than the periods around these periods here. But still, profit is good. Still happy with it. So let's hope that February ends in profit like January did. Yeah, and that's it. So that was pretty much the updates. There's a quick update I wanted to go through as well, which was this new Claude 4.6 Sonnet, which I'm pretty excited about because number one, because of the speed of the thing is incredible. Number two is that I'm building a MCP server, as everybody knows, which I've completely decoded the whole of TradingView so that it can have its own sort of like TradingView account. And Sonnet is the closest that I've got now. There is a bug, a huge bug, but I know it works because I got it working before coming on here. And I just wanted to show this how it works. So let's go create a simple strategy. Why didn't I do this before? With the mic over the top of the keyboard, create a BTC on BTC USDT on P on the 1 hour. Let's go for 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, okay, so we're good. So create a simple strategy on for, okay, let's go with that. Just a very simple prompt. Oh, and let's write and back test. Yet. Yeah, okay, let's do it in PineScript just to make sure that I've got everything in there. Oh, fuck. PT, right, okay, sorry guys, I've been coded. That's not even how you spell it. Let's go again. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, good day. Fine. Voila, there we go. So we're going to go send it to Claude, and this is the MCP server that I'm working on. As you can see, it actually saves the script, and instead of just giving you a script, it saves it and attaches it to this MCP server. So it's going away, it's thinking about it, it's orchestrating the strategy, creating a backtest execution. So what it does is it, instead of just like throwing you code that doesn't work, it actually goes away, it backtests, it first builds a script, then tests, because a big problem with the with all of these AIs is that they don't test, so they don't know whether or not the PineScript actually works. And often they come up with bugs, very simple bugs like there's missing a space, or often it looks for ADX, which doesn't exist on TradingView. So it goes away, bank tests it just to make sure it's working. And then it comes back and gives, as sort of a hedge fund would work, it would go, right, okay, there's a bug, can you fix this? Sends it back, fixes it, then tries it again, and then going so far. So as you can see, it's actually debugged. So it's debugging the actual script before it's even sending it to us. So instead of just having junk that you have to go backwards and forwards from TradingView, it's actually doing all of this for you. So it is actually on TradingView trying to do this for us. Then it goes away and tries to backtest it with the engine that I built. Currently, it's been backtesting to 2024, so it's only got a very small amount of data, and that's where my bug is currently at the moment. And it's going to try and use what I call the replay mode, which allows it to backtest as far as it possibly can. And here, as you can see, it's given a full backtest of that trading strategy. So as I said, instead of a simple script, is actually gone away and backtested it on TradingView. Now the problem, on TradingView, problem is I do have a bug, and unfortunately, there's something that I know what it is because I fixed it already with Rudy, one of our developers, and I just didn't have enough time to implement the fix, but I will have it enough ready for you tomorrow. So it does the back test on a small amount of data, and then we can get it to even optimize. So here it will tell you that it's gone through, and but it's a very, very simple strategy. So what we could do is we could say, okay, I wish that I would have done this with a voice. Let's make this a full strategy with risk and use more. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit more confluence. We're going to add some risk management around it. Did I spell that wrong as well? That's fine anyway. So we're going to add some risk management around it. Use a little bit more confluence. Maybe add an indicator. Yeah, let's go with this. Indicator for trend. I'm just thinking at the same time, direction, and make it a trend following strategy. Okay, let's start with that, and then we go with great. This is a crap prompt, but it doesn't make a difference. The possible and profit strategy. Please back test and optimize. Okay, so we're good. Right, we're going to send that back to it. So now what it's going to do is it's going to add a bit of risk management around it, even though I've made some spelling mistakes. Also, it's going to add a bit of confluence and ask for it, add a indicator for trend direction and make it a trend following strategy. But not only that, it's going to debug, it's going to test, and it's going to go away and try and find the best settings. This may take a couple of, maybe a minute or two, because as you can see, it's actually going to go through the logic. It's going to create you a full report. Like if I go away onto this one, it probably stops. I'll just give it a couple of seconds so it doesn't stop. It'll go away and create a full report of the first back test, and then it will go away and use walk forward methods to actually try and find the best settings. This version currently at the moment is going to be useless because it has that terrible bug, but once I've fixed the bug, I really feel as though this could be kind of almost the future of David Tech, because we could be building, instead of just like simple strategies, we could be giving it a boilerplate. So it goes away and uses that boilerplate, and then it uses a grid search. As you can see, it's looking for a grid search on my screen at the moment to try and find the best settings of that strategy. So it's going to go away and optimize. So it's getting optimized to try and find those best settings. And it's actually really doing it with a TradingView account. So we're not gonna, it's not gonna give you fake results on TradingView. Currently, like I said, it has a bug, but as soon as that bug is fixed, it will be doing this in the background and optimizing and finding the best settings. So I'm really, really excited by this, really excited. I haven't been excited by much. Very excited by the OpenClaw and all of that kind of thing. I think they're absolutely amazing. I do think, unfortunately, that OpenClaw is being a bit. There's lots of people making lots of fake equity curves on Twitter at the moment because it's just so easy. I hope that fade goes away, because just there's a lot of like farming and it isn't good for the community in the slightest. But I do think that OpenClaw is amazing and have found something that I will release hopefully at the end of this week as well. Sorry, Vlad just put something in there. Something that I will be releasing hopefully at the end of this week as well, which is the strategy factory, all of the strategies that is building in the background, which is now using OpenClaw. So I'll show everybody and take everybody through that process as well. So as you can see, it's currently optimizing. It's looking for the best settings. It's trying to find the most profitable. In a couple of seconds, it will come up with, okay, I've managed to find I've managed to find something with a great Sharpe ratio and also a profit factor. And then it might even say, what happens if I add this indicator? Will it make it any better? So I'll go away and look to see if that indicator makes it any better, dependent on what the mood the actual the AI is in at the moment. So we're going to leave it to run. Now, the idea behind this is kind of what the strategy factory is actually doing. So the strategy factory, instead of just having one single agent, it goes away and actually does research itself and then comes up back. And it's autonomous. It's looking for ideas, looking and back testing ideas. And it's just doing it all by itself without actually having anybody in front of a screen all day, every day, trying to find best strategy ideas. And then adding them to a website, which will hopefully be launched at the end of this week. We're still going through an optimization. If anybody's got any questions, I will quite happily answer those questions. Feel good, right? Okay, no questions. Fantastic. Let's see if this actually comes up with any great results. So the idea, hopefully, will be that everybody will be able to get access to the MCP server. So that it's very simple. You just go in, you add it to Claude and give it the permissions that it needs. And then it will optimize and build strategies. And instead of doing all this manually, it's actually doing it for you. Except for it's taking a little bit of time this afternoon, this evening. We're still going, guys. Has anybody got any questions while I'm waiting?
The AI or for yourself?
Oh, man. This is why I kind of don't really code, is these like blank moments. I don't know what we should be saying. Just leave it to run. Has anybody got any music? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the one I did just before, and we're going to come back to this one afterwards because it did exactly the same. So in this one here, hopefully if it lets me, hopefully that didn't cancel because sometimes Claude does cancel. So exactly the same setup. I said, could you create a simple strategy on BTC on Bybit? It did a back test that gave a negative result of 1.6 minus. I then asked it to can you improve it, make it a bit more profitable, add a real risk system and more confluence. That I actually spelt right that time. So it added, instead it decided to use RSI and a ATR stop and targets. What it did is it started to optimize. As you can see the full process. It's still in negative results. So finally, we have something that's profitable at 1.6 profit factor. Going to continue optimizing on that. Great progress. We hit a profit factor of 1.28 already, and then it's completed 80 runs to try and find the best settings. And then you find at the end that it did a profit factor of 1.75 with 5% profit, which obviously isn't great, but obviously that's going to just give us something to work with afterwards. And depends, I suppose, on the window, because I mean the window on this is only the window that you can see. So on the chart, that's why. So that's probably why it's quite low. But as you can see, it's optimized. You can see the raw version was -1 point, and then the improved version was 0.85 with a profit factor of 1.16. And then the optimized version gave us 55 trades, which obviously these kind of things we're going to have to put in as guardrails as part of our prompt. We're going to have to say, look, a strategy that only has 55 trades, if it's back tested on the full data, isn't enough. There was a 60% win rate and 5.72%. And that was a fully optimized strategy. It gives you the full settings. So imagine if you just gave it the indicators that you wanted it to back test, very much like I do. often take the Stonehill Forex website, copy all of the indicators down from the Stonehill Forex. I actually even have them all on here, all coded into a kind of a notepad. In PineScript, I paste that all into ChatGPT and say build something, and then I test it. If I find a new indicator that's interesting to me, I add that along with the other ones. Imagine if we could actually do all of this without actually having to optimize or code ourselves. It's pretty insane. So if I go down, you can see that this is one of the things I found a bit annoying. It didn't send me the PineScript, and when I asked for the PineScript, it sent me the wrong one. So that's where part of the bug is currently at the moment. Let's go back to this one over here. Let's see whether it's actually finished. Okay, so that's the first load, so it still is continuing at the moment. So it's obviously going to take a little bit of time to actually optimize. This is one of the things that I'm not sure about with Claude Desktop. Seems like when you close the door Claude Desktop, it does actually lose its current progress. So that's why I prefer Claude Code, because you can just leave it in a terminal somewhere and it doesn't cause a problem. I don't know if I'm going to get this back or not. Wait a couple of seconds to see. But it certainly is very, very interesting, and I can't wait to get this out to everybody so that you guys can play around with it as well. And if there's any questions, I'll quite happily... Oh, it's continuing. So here we go. Good progress on there. Finding profitable. Let's keep watching. Let's see what it's doing at the moment. It's optimizing. It's optimizing. It's optimizing. Results. So there we go. We have some results. Optimization is complete. The best results from the leaderboard. Okay. Let's show more. Okay, so it's come up with something a bit profitable. Net profit 10%, 62% win rate, and profit only 37 trades. So it's continuing to optimize. Obviously, is working, but as I said, there was a slight problem there. As you can see, even when it gets a bug, it doesn't stop. It just continues trying. So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty much the future of what we do at David Tech. Okay, we're going to keep going here. Okay, so we have a result. Okay, fantastic. So here we have the result of the optimization. Apex trend system full optimization results. You can see it used EMAs. So this kind of thing will build. I built a prompt for the strategy factory because it does tend to always go for EMAs, the RSI, and all of the indicators that nobody really wants to trade anymore. So it's built as trading strategy on the EMAs. It's giving us the ADX, which is cool. Stop loss using the 2.5 ATR and a take profit of the 5 ATR, so 1 to 1 risk reward. Net profit is 10%, win rate is 62%, and profit factor is 1.46. Total trades is 37. So this is the part that's going wrong for us is at the moment is that currently we're not doing a deep enough back test. It's just doing it on the window, although I have got a fix for that as well. So risk to reward of 1 to 2, as I said just a second ago. And as you can see, you get a full optimization report. You don't get it on every single one of them. You can ask for it. You can ask for a full optimization leaderboard. You can include all of that kind of thing inside of your prompt. But instead of spending hours, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to have a pause.
Oh, I'd love to have a pause. Go for it. I'm gonna have a glass
It's
of
gonna
water.
be a very small one, however. It has the context of 1 million tokens. So
Yes.
I would guess it's okay as soon as you don't upload large data documents. As soon as you're going to upload some Excel file with, for example, the candle data or something like that, you're going to get half of your tokens pretty much gone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot. I guess it's a lot cheaper model than Opus, but
Could be.
yes, I should imagine.
I'm not
so.
sure how cheaper though.
Normally, Sonnet's a heck of a lot cheaper. and the speed of it. I mean, that wasn't fast what we did a second ago, but I mean, it did do a damn good number of optimizations, as you can see. So yeah, it's better than what it was. So yeah, all of this is being built in the background so that everybody can get access to this. I think that is pretty cool. I know that to do this, you will need a subscription with Claude Code, but like I said, this is the backbone of Strategy Factory and how it's working in the background. So you will be getting access to the new Strategy Factory with all of the AI built strategies in the next couple of days. Maybe the end of next week. So looking forward to releasing that. And yeah, and also this MCP server, if you do have Claude, you will be able to use it with your TradingView as well. So pretty cool. I'm very excited. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Question from support chat: with all these AI updates, what service do you find more reliable? Are we talking about AI? From the AI, in the AI world, I've always been a big fan of Claude, to be honest. It has been the number one for me since the beginning. I like chatting with ChatGPT. I find that if I have a business question or a question that's in Discord that I don't find the answer to, that ChatGPT is very, very good. Claude for me is definitely the best at coding. Yeah, there's some decent open source ones out there as well now. I know that I think Vlad's a big fan of Gemini, if I remember rightly.
Gemini very soon will be obsolete in case 3.1 Pro doesn't appear very fast. However, if you need something with a lot of reasoning and in a very short time, like the perfect ratio, so I want something very fast, as accurately as possible, the 3.0 Pro is still the best one if you want something very good and extremely fast.
Yes, they're very good. Yeah.
It reasons a lot, and also the time is pretty fast. I mean, within 1 minute, you should have your answer done. While with ChatGPT reasoning, you could get into like 20 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that. But still, you don't get that in-depth precision like with 20 minutes reasoning of ChatGPT and so on.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And in regards,
no, I agree with you. For deep research and everything, Gemini is absolutely amazing, amazingly fast.
Also, deep research on Google searching, I think you still have to give it to the Gemini, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think ChatGPT is just. I think they've managed to hook us in so much with all of our personal data. It's just so hard to leave ChatGPT nowadays. To transfer your data across to Claude or to and get that kind of like personal touch. I find it hard.
I would like to quote Peter Steinberg, the one who created the OpenClaw. Claude is something like it's so you just compare like as two persons, right? Claude and GPT. Claude is like the cool guy which gets the stuff done and whatever, but it's still cool, you know?
Yeah.
GPT is more about the weird one which goes somewhere in the back and gets your stuff done, you know? However, it's not that cool vibe or something like that.
Yeah. True.
At least with the newest updates with like Opus 4.6 and the Codex 5.3. Also, the Spark one is pretty fast.
Yes, pretty fast. Yeah, absolutely.
And also pricing, like ChatGPT is within this universe as of Opus Fast, the 4.6, the 4.6 Max with the fast.
Nah. Yes, I agree.
That 5-digit account, you know.
Yeah, and these all of these tools can become quite expensive, but they do certainly save a lot of time for us. I mean, when you look at if this thing works, being able to find profitable strategies that have actually been back tested in a couple of maybe a minute, is going to be pretty insane.
I think that the value, of course, like Google with Gemini gives you some free runs with the Pro daily. ChatGPT doesn't give you the high
Yes.
reasoning free by any means. But still, like in the matter of price to performance ratio, not Gemini, sorry, the GPT $25 business pack, it's amazing. For $25, you get unlimited reasoning with
Yes.
even the high and the mid one as well. The
Mhm.
Pro, you get like 5 or 6 queries monthly, but still, if
Mhm.
you have something, if you have, for example, researched everything in 1 month and you still want to plug everything together and complete the puzzle, just use the Pro for like 4 or 5 times and you should be good. I mean,
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
$25, it's killer. It's a killer value,
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
my opinion, at least.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. No, they are. Yeah, they all are. Like I said, when you put a one on top of the other and another, it does start to get a bit expensive. But in comparison to developer hours, it absolutely crushes it. I mean, leaving Claude to code for you whilst you're asleep. I mean,
Also,
amazing.
I'm not sure about Grok at the moment. I think Elon Musk even said like there are currently some bugs, that's why it's beta and everything. I think they are trying. I think more than 50% is actually true. The 4.20 is actually 4.1, but at 4 times. I mean, they speak to each other. They are very much linked together in order to achieve
Yeah.
better and faster reasoning.
Yeah.
And I think there's also something interesting that will generally like, so if somebody creates that, everybody would follow. Just imagine like Opus 4 times, like reasoning with each other in order to achieve the best answer and so on, or even
Yeah.
ChatGPT. I think that's gonna be huge in a couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, even OpenClaw, I mean, the way that you can build them and make them reason against each other is pretty insane if we get it so that it does directly inside. Absolutely.
Also, OpenClaw has been bought by
Yes, I know.
OpenAI, and there is a word around that it's the very first one-man business that was actually sold for $1 billion. But
Wow.
I don't think that's true.
I
Of
don't
course,
know.
these
I
are
have no
not
idea.
official numbers, but you know,
Jeez, man, I would
who
love
knows?
to have been the person that built that in a couple of weekends. No, it must have taken a while, but yeah.
Now, a
They're-
couple of
they're-
failed
they're-
projects and everything in order to achieve that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. It is a great project. Absolutely amazing project. Absolutely amazing project.
I hope they
mean,
won't kill it, though.
that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, what's nice about the open source world is that everybody comes together to build something amazing. And very much like I'm an old man and I talk about WordPress quite often, but building the
Sure.
WordPress of AI is definitely a huge power. And that's what I felt that OpenClaw could have been. And let's hope that OpenAI doesn't kill it, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, I'm killing it before it was even born, but yeah, you know what I mean.
They can't even try to kill it. If you still think about it, it's the work of just one person.
Yeah.
Imagine like XAI with like trillions of dollars or billions, whatever.
Yeah.
They should be able to copy it like within a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's hope that it succeeds. It's a great project. I'm sure it will succeed. I'm not saying that it's done better than anything that I've seen in years. So it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it is such a useful tool. Amazing. Being able to chat to all of your bots, chatting to each other inside of one platform, connecting them to so easily through to all of the APIs. I mean, it's such a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. Yes. Let's just hope that the open source part of it doesn't die with that ChatGPT and everything will be good. Right, guys, we're good. Unless anybody's got any questions, we have had a very small update on Trader Dev to add some more strategies to it for anybody who wants to have a look at that. I added a couple of new strategies on there, and there's a couple of small updates on trader.dev. Our Telegram bot, which uses now AI for for rebalancing. It's part of the strategy factory AI that I'm building currently at the moment that allows us to rebalance strategies and find the best strategies to add to bots. And we're just continually improving it. So guys, if you have any questions about that as well, I'll make the MCP server. I will fix it over the next couple of days so that Claude really does have access to TradingView and actually does backtest, build, and debunk strategies all inside of Claude, and also any other AI that actually can interact with MCP servers, which is plenty of them. So it's pretty cool that we can do this. It even could become part of OpenClaw, because OpenClaw is obviously based on the AI that you choose. So you can add MCP servers to it. So like I said, it could become a huge product where lots of agents are all working together to try and find the best settings. Very much what I'm building at the moment. Guys, thank you so much for spending some time with us again today. We've been here for an hour and 15 minutes. Been a pleasure. I look forward to making this project even better, and I'll do a video about it as well over the next couple of days on how you can use the MCP server. If there's no questions, I will leave you to your day. Have an absolutely wonderful one, guys. Thanks, D. Nice to see you again. I didn't say hi to you, D. How you going, mate? Nice to see you. Yuli, thank you very much for the wonderful indicator once again. Vlad, thank you to you. William, thank you very much. Guys, have a wonderful day.
Have a nice day.
You too, mate. Have a nice day. Take care,
Bye,
guys.
John.
Bye. Bye, guys. Take care, Lloyd. Cheers, mate. Bye.